Hi friends, today we are going to check out LeRaysville, old LeRaysville, which is no longer in existence. They have a walking tour, and we're at Remington Park on Fort Drum. We hope you enjoy our adventure with us. We have brought a picnic, so we're going to enjoy that in front of the actual pond. There's someone fishing and a couple of sunbathers. I won't show them, but it's a little chilly today, but it's really sunny and it's not raining, so it's really nice. Well, that was a lovely little lunch, and trying to avoid puddles. So we're parked here. We ate back there on the beach, and now we're walking across the little bridge to the tour. This was the closest parking spot we saw, but if we find one that's closer, we'll let you know. But we're exploring. So from there, we are going down that way where that car is going. And here's the pond. A lot of the trees are turning green now. I'm filming this mid-May, early to mid-May, I guess, but not all of them have gotten their leaves yet. You can see some of the trees are still kind of bare. And we're going up there around the corner a little bit. I learned recently that these blue diamonds, triangle diamond, means it's a protected cultural site. Obviously that's what it says, but I've never really paid attention before until recently, but that is a worldwide symbol. So for Army and other military around the world, they see that and hopefully they protect the site. And now we are going to check out this map, which hopefully tells us where we're supposed to start. This is not a map of the LeRaysville Lost Village walking tour. It's the map of the cabins. There are cabins you can stay here, which seems super fun. Caleb and I are thinking to do that at some point. But we are going to turn around then and go down to the sign and see if the beginning is down there. Well, we walked down to the first sign. Incidentally, we did not see any better parking, so we actually parked all the way over there and walked back across the bridge, down the road. There's not a sidewalk, and this is the beginning. So be prepared to walk, and you'll need decent shoes, sneakers, hiking shoes, etc. And it's also quite muddy since it's May. So it says, "Welcome to LeRaysville, New York." LeRaysville was a small rural crossroads village until the U.S. government purchased the land's homes, businesses, and farms through eminent domain in 1940. They did that so Fort Drum could expand and have more training areas. The village was named for the Euro-American investor and landowner James LeRay de Chaumont, who built and lived in the LeRay Mansion just above the village, which is very pretty. Enjoy the walking tour throughout the old village and see what the area looked like prior to the 1940s. So let's do it. The arrows are pointing that way. I saw a couple of signs over here, so let's see if we can find them again. This is really pretty. Seems like they have sort of paths. So I think this was a foundation, or maybe this was a cellar. Not sure. The sign might tell us if I could figure out the path to the sign. I thought there was another sign before this one, but I guess I was mistaken. So let's go to this one. The Freeman Wayful residence. It's a concrete cistern foundation in the corner. This is the dressed limestone foundation. There we go. All right. I can see it better in person than you can on camera, but it's pretty cool looking. And, I think the path, let's take the path this way. There are no directions. I don't think it really matters, maybe. I don't know. But they have put some fresh wood chips on the path. That's really nice. Well, some are old and some are fresh. But it's nice to walk on. And this tree has been uprooted. That's really cool. Look at that. Wow. Oh, there's a big pond, puddle. Ooh, squishy wet. Look, water. Wow. That's really cool. It's really nice in the sun, but when the breeze blows, it is chilly. Here's another foundation, but the sign's on the other side, so I'm gonna keep going. Let's see what this one says. Home of Louisa M. Fowler. Oh, it's nice to have a picture. You can't see her home, but I'm sure she loved it. I'm really glad they put up this signage so we could remember all those people who lost their homes. This is pretty good walking on the wood chip path, but I wouldn't want to have a wheelchair on here or anything like that. That would be a bit tricky. So we can go left or right. If we go right, we'll see the stuff we missed, but if we go left, there's more stuff. I don't know. I guess I'll go to the right and we'll pick up what we missed. So this doesn't seem to be a one-way walking tour. This is a go every which way you want. And there's some cool mushrooms. Caleb, do you know what kind of mushrooms these are?
No, I don't.
They are strange. They're really cool looking.
There were some that bloomed over there, the caps opened.
Oh, wow. There's a sign. Jones Blacksmith Shop. Somewhere around here. And this is something else. There's a different sign for it. The Milo or Millet residence. There are few remains of the house today. However, thriving garden plants continue to provide clues to cultural archaeologists about where people used to love, maybe that means live, even when traces of the home are gone. And again, I don't think you can see this as well as I can see this. There is quite a dip in the ground here. And that is where their home was. Another sign. Maple trees. Early settlers, oh my goodness, there's another spelling error, of LeRaysville planted maple trees for shade and sugar. Yes, we have sugar bushes all around here. Let's loop around. Oh, this one's hard to read. Only a few of the maple trees now remain that once belonged to Pearl Street in LeRaysville. Jones Roberts residence. William Jones lived here in 1864. So another dip, and you can see some of the stone from the foundation. Okay, and then it loops back. So I think I'm just going to turn around and go back the way I came and go back to that split in the path. Okay, we're back to the split. And now we're going to the left. It's really pretty in this area, and the birds are chirping. Everything is so green. The dandelions are blooming everywhere. I see another sign in the distance. Here we're finally at the sign I saw in the distance. We'll see what it says. Remnants of farm buildings at the Cool Farm. Cool Farm. Can you guess what these foundations may have once had on them? Well, I'm assuming that. Little windmill. But I don't know. There they are. Like right there. This would have been a nice farm area. It's so pretty. Flowers are so pretty. Okay, then it loops around this way. The bugs are not too bad. I just got one in my eye, but they're not swarming. Oh, here's some more foundations of something. And another sign. This was once the site of the Phelps Mansion. Ooh, looks pretty nice. This home, built by William Phelps, was constructed of locally cut limestone. William Phelps was a well-known master cabinet maker from Connecticut. And at the time of the Fort Drum expansion, it was owned by Mr. and Mrs. William V. Delaney. What a nice site for their house. And then it loops around this way, the path. And here's another signpost. Let's see if this was a house or what. Little cobbles to walk on. Oh, it was once the site of the LeRaysville schoolhouse. So it was a large 2-story limestone building with a bell tower. And children of all ages came before elementary and high schools became centralized. Can you see that through the shadows? That's pretty nice, huh? All right, and back on the path. This was a farmhand residence. Oh, that's a pretty nice farmhand residence on the Cool Farm. This was the cool place to be. Oh, so that area over there, there's a sign in it that says keep out invasive species treatment area. Well, that's interesting. Oh, there's a sign across the road too. Oh my goodness. They're everywhere. We may not do all the signs. This may just have been a village, but quite a few people lived here. But here are two side by side. Easy to do. 1940 photographs of Mr. and Mrs. Stanley Cool residence and dairy farm. Looks pretty nice. And it's a memorial to Truman Cool, who joined the Army right after high school. Died on Anzio Beach when he was 20. know he lived here. Wow. And then here's the path. It's really lovely walking here with the breeze and the birds chirping, and you smell lovely scents wafting on the breeze. It smells like spring. Wow, this goes pretty far back. Well, we seem to be at the end of this meandering path, and there's like a gravelly dirt road here, and I'm not sure if I go down the road. Oh no, I see the path goes across the road. This is very wet. I'm glad I wore my hiking boots because they are waterproof. I don't have to worry too much about the mud, which is nice. There's quite a few foundations and holes here. They don't have signs. Not everything had signs. There were some I did not show you that I walked past a couple minutes ago. This is quite interesting. And still see quite a lot of the wall. Isn't that nice? Someone's cellar, maybe. Let's see, it goes around this way. Oh, this one does have a sign, so let's see whose nice cellar this was. A home of Wilson and Grace Walcott Sidman Humes. I don't know why they have so many last names. It's a lovely house. I think it goes this way now. It's harder to see the path in this woods, but that's okay.
A giant mushroom.
Whoa, we just found, Caleb just found a giant mushroom. Look at that sucker. It has a trunk. Look at that. That's
this
amazing.
Is the largest,
wow.
single largest mushroom I have seen in my entire life.
That's really nice. Look at that. It's pretty. There's also a stick stuck in it, but I'm not going to touch it to take it out, but it's fine. It's fine. Wow. That's really nice. So Caleb's going to do some nature photography. I'm going to keep walking. He walks faster than me, and if I don't get a head start, then I will be struggling to keep up. So. There's a nice wall, stone wall. The stone is just really pretty here. And there is a sign, so we're going to see who it is. There are helicopter sounds in the background. I think they're doing training and stuff. Home of Mrs. Estelle Wilson. Brush that off. Nice. It was really cute. Cute home. There's a doggy and a family. And we're going to turn the corner and keep exploring. The home of Mr. Howard Jerome and family. There's some metal here. I don't know what that's from, but it's across the street from those two signs that I was talking about earlier, about not being sure if I should cross the road or not. So I'm glad I did not cross the road, as it does loop back around. It's very clever of them. I hear geese in the background. We saw 2 geese swimming on the pond while we were eating lunch. They were having a bath. It was very cute. One flipped upside down and flipped right around to have her bath. Well, I'm standing in front of where the general store and post office was. Sorry, shadow, sun. So the post office was here. We have reached the end. We looped back around, and here we are at the road that we walked down. So that was a good little walking tour. It looped right around. I wish they had had a sign that showed the general loop of it and how long it was. Okay, I don't know, is it a mile or something? I don't know, but it would be nice to know. But that was enjoyable. It was a nice stroll. So if you are living here or visiting friends or family here, we recommend coming. It's a nice little outing, and you can enjoy Remington Park and Pond as well. So I am really behind in editing videos, and that's because it's super busy in life, and I started my master's degree in January, which I probably told you in a previous video, but I'm struggling to get through the videos. I'm hoping that you have seen several by the time you reach this one, but I also hope that I'm halfway through my current class that starts Monday by the time you see this, because that means I will have edited the 4 videos that I'm behind on. Caleb and I are starting master's classes, different ones, on Monday, and so we'll be doing that for the next 8 weeks. And
For the foreseeable future.
Forever. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what's going on with us, and that's why videos aren't regular, and I'm sad for that because I like editing videos and I like making videos, and it's a nice hobby for me, but I'm too busy to enjoy this hobby. So we hope that you enjoyed our outing today, and we hope that you're seeing it reasonably soon after I filmed it.
Also, I'm pretty sure that giant mushroom we saw a few minutes ago back there is a turkey tail mushroom.
Oh.
There's a professor of mycology, he's pretty famous, his name is Paul Stamets. He talked about how his mom had stage 3 breast cancer, something like that, and the doctors told her, you need to go on these chemo treatments or whatever. Paul told his mom, take a quadruple dose of turkey tail mushroom pills in the morning and in the evening, and after some time she went back to the doctor and she was in complete remission, or she was cured of breast cancer. So
Wow.
nature is healing.
So I guess that answers my question of whether that mushroom is poisonous or not. But I'm still not going to try that one.
And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll be posting pictures of it and doing some additional research just to verify what I found. But it looks like a turkey tail, thus the name.
Okay. Well, that was interesting. We did see lots of interesting mushrooms, so very cool. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the relaxing video, and I hope you learned something. And who knows when we'll see you next time. But keep us in your thoughts as we do our master's classes.
And as always, stay weird. Being normal is lame.